All right, made it to the top. Now, as you can see, it's a huge antenna up here, and they're calling this a repeater. Not sure what for, but I know to the east of here, there's pretty much nothing. So I imagine emergency vehicles would be maybe using this to communicate to the town. Okay, there used to be a lookout up here, fire lookout. Right here is the foundation for what could have been a cabin, possibly a garage. It's not very big at all. And I don't see the foundation on that side, but it's probably covered. So, yeah, not quite sure what that's about. I have metal detected up here a little bit, but there's nothing but nails and an awful lot of rocks. So there is no digging. Okay, we'll walk up to the top. Here, let's go up here. I'll show you the steps. They're pretty similar to the steps I was telling you that were by that other campground. That's all that remains is the concrete steps. And there it is. Steps. Okay. Now, there is some sort of a footing here. And it looks like that was concreted in. But on a clear day, you can see for miles. Except for that direction. And the trees could have been cut back then too. Anyway, steep cliffs, lots of rock. Remi likes it up here, having fun. Leaving pea mail for everyone. Yep, there it goes again. Okay, well, it is not a clear day, so there's not going to be much to see. Somebody had a horse up here, it looks like. That direction you can see for miles on a clear day. Pretty cloudy today. Used to be a sign there of some sort. There's the walking trail, the antenna, and then this is just going to follow the ridge. There's a nice place to sit down here and just gaze. Nice area. Road is treacherous, which makes me wonder how in the heck they got that repeater thing up here. That's beautiful. I think we're 6,000 square feet. Foot in elevation. Up here, I'm going to mark, track. There's more horse poop. I'm going to go ahead and track the road on the way down to the main road so we can see how long, elevation gain and all that. I'm curious. I've never marked it myself, and I've been up here several times. Oh. Someone did a little skeet shooting up here, it looks like. Okay. There's a place to look there. Ah, there you go. That's a little bit of what the view's like. Let's see if we can get you a little closer. There we go. There's that nasty corner in the road. Yeah, it's a good view. So I was up here once with my boy. He and his rig, me and mine. We get to the top up here. There's two gals with day packs wearing shorts. It was a warm day. No car. They walked up here from somewhere. I saw a Subaru at the bottom of the road. Don't know if that was theirs or not, but they said they were hiking. Said hello, goodbye. Next thing I know, they were gone. Took the road out, didn't see them, got to the bottom. The Subaru was already gone. Now there's no way they walked to the bottom before we drove it. Don't know where they came from, what they were doing, but pretty crazy. Wow. Looks like the trail has ended. Ridge keeps going, but nobody's gone that far, from what I can tell. Anyway, that's the trail. That's the repeater. And one of the nastiest roads in the area as far as driving. Lots of rock. And big gravel. Reminds me of when they first burn in a logging road. First gravel they put down is usually 8 to 10 inch in size, and then once they get that broke in, they'll come in with smaller gravel. Yeah. That's a nice drop. I don't think so. Anyway, they bring in a little smaller gravel. Make the road a little easier to travel for log trucks and equipment and whatnot. I grew up, my dad had, I don't know if you can see it, but way in the distance there is civilization. Okay. Anyway, we used to drive these roads in cars. When I was 12, we had a 72 Vega. That was not the first car I remember driving the roads in, but that's the first one I started driving them in when I was 12. 4-speed and 4-cylinder. That crazy little aluminum block that didn't last very long. Anyway, we broke a lot of oil pans on those rocks. Drain the engine oil. Oil light comes on. We park and walk. Did a lot of that in various cars. I don't know why my dad never did get a truck, but we just didn't. So the old trick back then, if you had a puncture in your oil pan that was about 3/4 of an inch, you could take a bar of Fell's naphtha soap, rub it over there until the soap clogged the hole in the oil pan, and that would block it enough that you could get oil back in there, at least for a little while, until the oil light came back on. And then do it all over again. So standard procedure: 3 or 4 quarts of oil and a bar of Fell's Naphtha soap. Passenger tires popped occasionally. The good old days, back when you could drive for miles and miles and miles on these roads. I don't know how overlanders do it. I know there's routes specific to overlanders now, but man, you used to be able to drive all over the place on gravel roads that are now blocked off by logging companies. All right, we're going to track our way out of here. See how long and the elevation drop. And we'll see you on the flip side.